Hill, he went up there to talk to the individuals who at the time were the most respected loudmouths of the movement. There was some guy in some freaking bandana going by the codename Red. He was on the OWS chat channel for a while. Even I had heard of him. So he goes up and he talks with these people and he presents these ideas. He's like, these are the things we can do to actually affect the change that Occupy Wall Street, that you guys purport to want to do. The tools exist within the system. We can completely recreate our situation. It'll be messy, it will require a lot of work, but it can be done. And everybody who was there was like, dude, this sounds like a great idea. So what he does is he starts saying, okay, this is what we need to do. You guys need to go out into your community and begin organizing. We need a hierarchy, we need a structure, we need a responsible leadership and chain of communication so that we can put all of this energy forth in an ordered, organized, and responsible manner that will actually create the change that we want. And it's like the moment that they heard the word leadership and hierarchy and organization, they completely dropped all interest. And so he in turn just completely turned his back on them, and OWS ended up going the way it did. It affected absolutely zero change. It is now essentially just a set of small charitable movements that occasionally get some shit done over here on the East Coast, especially in New York. It's like really the only place it still exists. And that has everything to do with the fact that these people just do not want to organize. They have this strange belief that somehow not having leadership and somehow not having an actual coherent message and figureheads and everybody on board a single profile, that somehow this is a strength. It's not. A disorganized mass of individuals can only accomplish so much, and what they accomplish is only ever minor. They can mount a bit of pressure, but without the ability to create, without the ability to present themselves in a unified manner, you really can't do anything.
True enough. Yeah. Definitely true.
It was stuff like that. Like I was waiting, arms wide open for the whole Occupy Wall Street thing to sweep from New York all the way to Washington, because I was very much of a belief, very much of the expectation that it would eventually come there. And I too wanted to utilize that energy, but it ended up just being, millions of angry sheep bleeding all at the same time at, the enemy. Don't get me wrong. They were angry at the right people, but all they did was just shout. And they had a lot of issues with uniformity. They had a lot of issues with being able to present their message in a coherent way. They had, a whole bunch of groups who really did not have the Occupy Wall Street movement's best interests in mind. And they couldn't do anything to keep those groups out, because with no leadership, with no organization, with no formalized message, you really can't say what something is or is not, and you can't kick a group of people out who have come in and co-opted your movement. And so that was a big thing that happened with OWS towards the end. And if you really want to see the ramifications of it, watch the Colbert Report. He did an episode.
Love that show.
Oh yeah, who doesn't, right?
Yeah.
He had an episode where he had two people who were supposed to represent the Occupy Wall Street movement come in. And what they were was a pair of freaking, postmodernist, post-constructionist, radical feminist, social justice warrior types. Choose your term of choice. Everybody's got one. I prefer postmodernist because they all definitely fall within postmodernism. And they made fools of themselves, and they were so easy that Colbert the interview was hilarious. Don't get me wrong, like watching it, I don't think there have ever been a pair of people as stupid as them on his show interviewing and trying to tell him what this whole thing is about. But at the same token, like the damage that they did to the credible parts of Occupy Wall Street was intense. Because Colbert reaches how many people? Occupy Wall Street wasn't, a nationwide movement. It wasn't 200 million folks. This whole 99%. It's like 99% of 330 million people is a whole lot of people.
Mm-hmm.
And you know what? They were never more than like 1% of the nation themselves.
Yeah, pretty much.
It was like, you're talking a group of folks who probably at best were 3 million strong, no larger than the very group of individuals they claimed to be against.
Yeah.
Gosh.
Anyway, I should probably let you get to your Pathfinder people there, though, honestly.
Yeah.
You wanted to go at 6, and it's well beyond now.
Yeah. I also have no idea when you cut the freaking recording, so...
I haven't yet, actually.
Okay.
I'm keeping all this.
Cool, yeah, no, by all means, if you've got viewers who like listening and hearing this kind of thing, I mean, there it is.
I don't know if they do or not, but it's here if they want it.
Oh, well, for a moment, we'll just pretend that you've got mostly Canadian viewers. This is American politics. They can just listen to us Americans be freaking morons.
I have no idea where most of them are from, to be honest with you.
We're just going to...
I don't have access to that kind of info.
Ethnic unity, damn it, ethnic unity.
Then again, I do have access to check the demographics of where my views are coming from, and most of those are coming from the States, but not all.
No. Well, then...
I've got views that have come in from all over Europe and stuff. I mean, it's just everybody.
Oh, nice. How many views are you getting these days?
I tend to average 20 to 30 a day. Some days it spikes higher.
Oh, okay. So it's still pretty low-key channel, but fuck.
Yeah, still pretty new. Mostly I need the exposure and, like, awareness more so right now,
Yeah,
I've got a big build-up of videos on the channel now. I just need people to know that they're there.
Yeah,
so I put up some ads around the college campus that I'm going to try to get a few more people aware of the place,
Ah, sweet deal. Best of luck to you, man. I know that once these channels get big, it could be a big thing.
Oh yeah, some of these people have gotten just huge. Like that guy I was telling you earlier, the Irish guy, Jacksepticeye. About a year ago, his channel just exploded, and it's just gotten huge growth since then.
You can pick any of them, Lily. I'd get a little bit of extra defense, personally. Down 2. Sorry, little guy's trying to figure out how to level up his character in Castle Crasher. Down 1.
Well, that's part of the learning experience, too, right?
Go right. Right. Oh, do you have any? Oh, you don't have any points. Never mind. You can't pick any. You're good.
Right.
Dealt with it. Okay.
I gotta make sure.
Yeah.
I gotta make sure to throw in some laundry as well. I need a clean uniform for tomorrow. All right. I'll talk at you later, sir. Thanks for coming in and joining me.
Yeah.
Let's do this again sometime.
Yeah, definitely, man. I want to try to actually get through the whole dungeon with you, make it a big thing for other
people. Yeah,
maybe
we can finally get a win out of this thing on camera.
Yeah, I mean, we were going strong.
Yeah, if it hadn't been for that glitch, we were doing really well.
Yeah. Unfortunately, my internet's kind of poor right now. We don't have the best internet with, and we recently switched.
Mine can be flaky too.
And this wireless router just has not been doing us justice.
Yeah, seriously. Wireless is never terribly reliable.
Yeah, actually, I'm not a big fan of a lot of wireless technology.
Yeah, not really. It's useful. It's just not as reliable as wired, is all I mean.
Precisely. That's the thing, is I'm really big on technology being reliable. It's like, if I'm going to use it, it needs to work how it says it's going to work.
Exactly.
Constantly. If something's going wrong with my connection, I actually want something to be going wrong with the router itself, so that there is, something I can look at, a reason mechanically for the failures that I've been suffering. But instead it's just, oh, hey, you know what, your router's just going to be a piece of shit right now.
It just doesn't feel like it at the moment. Yeah. Alright, well, I'll talk at you later, sir.
Yeah, definitely. One other thing.
Yeah.
Jeff, go ahead and say hello to Hans for me, see if he still wants to pull my ass into the Scion game.
Sure, I could check with him. Now would be a good time, as we're just getting geared back up again.
Sweet deal. Do you remember where we left off, or we're picking up at?
We had just recently, most of the characters had just recently appeared back on Earth in the middle of a church.
No.
After having solved the problems in, what do they call it? We
were in Olympus, weren't we? Or the area around?
No, we finished that and we had moved on to the, what's the word? The Loa's overworld? The Crossroads or something like that?
That's right, the Crossroads.
And dealing with saving Baron Samedi from Mamewata.
Yeah.
We had just finished that up, and most of us had just hit Legend 9, and then returned back to the world again when it left off.
Yeah, because that was when our boy Yasua.
Yeah. And then a bunch of us at full Legend 9 power appeared in the middle of a church.
It's funny, I've got like a whole bunch of ambitions for Iden/Hydra that he's had since Legend 5.
Hail Hydra!
Right? Hydra.
Yeah, but the way it's spelled, it's like so close to Hydra.
Oh yeah, it was an intentional play.
Exactly.
But no, he definitely. I want to say the original idea is there's a spell I want to get for him, which is one that allows you to like create this eternal flame that you can also view things through. It's a spell. It basically lets you look through fire.
That seems to be very him.
Yeah, so I wanted to pick that up, and I wanted him to establish a temple wherein the clergymen were all in some way mythically bound to him, though the changes to the Jotunblot abilities really do not mesh with that concept anymore.
Well, I think something Hans was looking at doing was potentially allowing two different paths where you could have your Jotunblot either be the new version or the old version, but you were locked into that version once you've chosen.
Oh, that's cool.
So it's like Mjolnir could have new Jotunblot and then you can have old Jotunblot.
Oh yeah, that would definitely be cool. But man, I can't remember how much of it I kept after we switched out. I'll have to take a look at it again.
I'm not even sure if I'm going to take Jotunblot anyway, even with the new version. But I did take, once I hit Legend 9, I did use some epic appearance snacks to change the body out, Yeah. So Mjolnir is now a full foot taller than she used to be, permanently.
Very nice. She probably got the same ones that Hydra ended up picking up, because I didn't take epic appearance
for a long time. It's the third one in the tree, the one that just lets you completely change your body.
Yeah, it's the one where
you can change genders, you can change ethnicity, you can change everything.
Yeah, you don't even have to be human anymore at that point, which is what he utilizes it for.
I think that was an extra knack that you needed for that, for being non-human. Or maybe it was an animalism boon that you had to combine with it or something.
Well, the animalism thing is you could do animal hybrid, which actually allows you to take these awesome, crazy, traits, which is one of the things he definitely does.
But I think to change yourself to non-human, you had to take something extra on top of the appearance snacks, if I remember correctly. Or maybe it was just one more appearance snack than what I had.
It might be that then. I remember he ended up picking that one up.
Yeah, I remember them being two different levels of things.
Okay. But yeah, so he's got that, and then there was like the other one, which is no matter how you look, you create this aura around you so that anyone who looks at you who isn't legendary will only perceive a regular person who's just only barely rememberable. So he's this crazy, he was doing his whole, I'm going to fucking walk around and actually look like a god and be dressed, in this crazy attire. And then folks look at him, and it's just like it doesn't register at all.
That reminds me of a couple of things, actually.
That retarded John Cena fingers in front of face.
That's probably really like the next thing beyond like the my eyes are up here knack, which lets you turn off your epic appearance temporarily.
Yeah.
But also reminds me of the. You ever read the Discworld novels there?
Only a tiny bit.
Because they have the Grim Reaper death character in there.
Oh yeah.
But people don't see him ever at all because their brains don't want to see him. So he can walk around town and nobody knows he's there.
Yeah, the only time that anybody ever actually sees him is if he's about to take them or if he's doing stuff that
I think it's they only see him if they are dead and he's collecting them, or wizards can see him.
There you go. That's what it was.
Because they understand magic. Other people will be able to they'll be able to detect him if he interacts with them. Like if he talks to people, they'll hear him and they'll answer him. But they'll just see him as a normal dude. They won't comprehend that it's a skeleton talking to them.
Yeah. Wasn't there two other individuals? I thought his granddaughter could see him exactly for what he was.
Oh yeah. Like there's gonna be some certain other exceptions as well. Yeah, like his granddaughter, obviously, because she's his bloodline.
Yeah.
Well,
she could also wield some of his artifacts.
Yeah, like she's essentially got the half-death template, if by D&D terms or something, you know.
Yeah, she had the frickin' sword that he used to carry around, the one that could like just reap anything.
Yeah.
Because there was the novel, I want to say it was The Hogfather, which is the one that I read.
I think that's the one where she ended up using it. Yeah.
Yeah, well, there was the assassin who actually wanted to kill Death, so even he was able to see him who he was because...
Yeah, Mr. Tiatime.
Mr. Tiatime. Yep, everybody called him Tea Time, and it just drove him mad, and he finally ends up getting offed by Death himself, and the moment it happens, Death's like, okay, Mr. Tiatame, we need to go. He's like,
you said it right.
You said my name right.
Thank you.
Yeah, it's like, oh man, I can't believe I wanted to kill you. You're such a gentleman, and now I'm dead because of my stupidity. Okay, let's go.
What a kick in the pants that the only person to ever pronounce her name correctly is the Grim Reaper.
Yeah.
Upon your death.
How could he not, though? What's up, buddy?
They did an excellent movie version of that.
I've seen it, actually. It was really good. That's your help.
Tiatime was a complete psychopath.
Oh, yeah.
Good actor. Alright, I gotta go ahead and get my laundry started. You go gather your Pathfinder group.
Yep, sure thing, man. It was good playing. I'll have to do this again sometime.
Yeah, let me know when you got some time, and I've got my final exams next week, and then after that I'm open for a couple days before I leave town.
We'll see what happens this upcoming Tuesday, actually.
I might have some time on Tuesday, potentially. We'll see.
It'd have to be a later game, unfortunately.
I'll let me know, and we'll see if I'm open there.
Yeah, it's saying about 9 p.m.
No, that's too no, that might be a bit too late. I've got an exam early morning on Wednesday, so I'm gonna have to go to bed at around 10.
Fuck it then. We'll try something next weekend.
Okay, catch you then.
All right, catch you then. To all Krendar's viewers, good talking at you. Keep watching this guy. I'll see everybody else later.
All right, thanks a lot. Catch you later.
Peace.